Welcome to all the jaguar enthusiasts, particularly XK150s. The good news is I can get the panels, they pre-make them, and I'm getting them from Bristol Classics and Sports Cars from the UK, but they have to send them by DHL, and obviously they won't get here for a week or so. They've got to order them in, but they're doing it for both sides, so they're going to send me them out so I can move forward with it. So what I'll do is I'll clean up what needs to be cleaned up and then take it outside, sandblast the area where it's going to be covered when the sills are back in, and then I can, obviously the rest I can get to with a big sandblasting machine. So I've made up a little tool here which I'll show you in a minute, but a very strange thing happened. I subscribed to two magazines. One is Classic Land Rover, which I get every month, and also the E-Type magazine, which obviously I've shown you before. And a very strange thing happened this week. Normally I don't talk about my background, but I'm ex-Royal Marines. I was in 4-5 Commando in Scotland, and after I came out of the Marines I took an EVT course in Dundee for mechanical studies, and I ended up taking a job in Harrogate in I'm not sure if it's South or North Yorkshire. Anyway, I took a job in Harrogate with Ford, and it was with the biggest Ford dealer there was there. The job was really crappy. It's one of those things where everything was on a book and time, and you got X amount of minutes and hours, and if you didn't do it, you lost time on it. And of course all the long-term guys that were there got all the best jobs, the easy ones, and all the new guys got all the shit jobs. And I ended up, strangely enough, and in this magazine, Land Rover, this week is this place here. It's called Newham Street Garage. And after I left Ford, because I didn't like working, I was only there for 6 months or so, I hated it, I went to work for these guys, Newham Street Garage. And this fella that's in this magazine article from Land Rover is the son of one of the guys I worked for. One was his uncle, one was the dad. And Cliff was one of them. I can't remember the other guy's name. Roberts is the name. It's a very strange coincidence that that's in it. And then in the E-Type magazine there's a bit here which is this company here, which is what is it called? It's Classic Autosport, and they're in Inverkeila in Scotland, which is where I had my garage business. In their premises that they're in, so I think it's a guy called Dave Barnett. His workshop is the workshop that I had with a partner, where we had an MOT station, and after I sold my half of the business he took it over, and strangely he's doing classic cars, Jaguars and so on. Very small world, eh? Anyway, back to the car. So I'm just going to pick this up and show you, I won't pick it up, I'll actually show you what I'm doing is. So what I've done is I've made this rod, and as I turn this, and you can see this now, in fact I'll have to pick it up because you'll need to see it properly. You can see there that that's level. Sorry about the light from the window, but it's very sunny here. You can see that's very level there now. And just to show you how I've made it is I've made a piece of box section which I cut, which fits perfectly on this. And I'll show you quickly how I did it. And then I put a big washer and a nut welded to it and a nut on the bottom. And these rubber things are from a lot of decking. I've got, I don't know, 20, 50 of the bloody things. They're from the decking that I built around the pool. And basically the idea would be is that as you turn that, in fact what I'll do, ooh, drop the spanner. What I'll do is I'll put the camera there, whether it'll work or not, whether it'll sit, but I don't think it will, guys, sorry. I don't want to put it anywhere where it's going to get damaged. There we go. So as I turn this, and this is like loosening, sorry, that's tightening, and as I tighten it, hang on, and what I'll do is I'll just tighten it to such a point the rubber will stop moving. Basically use it as a wedge. What I need to do is flatten off the nut, and now I'll pick the camera up, and now you can see. You see there the difference in that level now. So obviously they work pretty well. very basic construction, but it does the job. And the other thing is for instance here, you can see that this obviously is not in line with this outer edge. And the whole point of making it like this is that I can take them out, because if they're in the way when I want to start putting parts in. So this is what I've come up with. And what I can do here, as I say, where this is not in line with that lower chassis, I can put this piece underneath. I'll show you what I mean. It's a bit hard to do all this with one hand. So I can put that piece underneath there, and then put this piece in the middle, so I can go anywhere I want. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend these bars that I have on here. I'm going to extend them along the chassis a bit, because as I lean on the back, it's not unstable, but you can push down on it, and I think it just needs extending a bit. And it's for 2 cars, so it's worth doing. So what I'm going to do next is make the second one of this, and then move on and extend these chassis legs a little bit, so it's a little bit more stable. Okay, and basically this is all I've done. Is I've got a piece of square bar, 40 centimeters long, a piece of it's just square bar, piece of box section, a larger piece of box section which fits over here, and you can see I've just tacked it up. And then basically it's a bit of threaded rod, and as I say, I've got loads of these things. There's a whole box full of them. And then just turn it. But what I will do is I'll make this edge possibly a little flatter, because I think that one's a bit rounder. So what it's doing is it's kind of spiraling. Anyway, so that's what we're up to today. So I'm going to get all these little jobs knocked out of the way. Unfortunately, I'll have to wait for Amir to come back, because I can't push the car out on my own. So anyway, thanks for watching in. Bye for now.